Hello, listeners, and welcome to the season finale of the 2 Units podcast. We have a stacked show for you today with some quality racing all around Australia. We've got finals day at Flemington. It is listed racing at Rosehill as well in the form of the Winter Stakes. We've also got the Caloundra Cup, and then we'll duck across to Murray Bridge as we like to do for the Benchmark 80 Ridley's Plumbing, Earth Moving and Civil Handicap Day there at Massive Salty. That's the best we could do, but we do have plenty of plays over there for Dare to Dream. And as I welcome in Salts for the last time this season, geez, we've powered through.
We have. We've gotten gutsy, I reckon, the last few weeks.
Off
We've got
the
pretty
canvas.
gutsy. Yep. The weather's turned to crap. Finals days, at least. Although I'm sure they would have liked more acceptances. I thought it was pretty thin acceptance-wise, but we thought it only fitting that finals day at Flemington would be the final day for this season, and then we return for the Memsey in late August.
Gives us a nice little breather to come back with a little bit of lead in the pencil ahead of those quality Group 1 races. And then it's just pretty much onwards and upwards into the spring.
Well, as soon as we get into it, there's no sort of, having a warm-up ball, Steve Harmison following it to fifth slip.
Yeah.
Like we're Marcus Harris, we're straight to the top of off.
And without giving too much away, maybe just a bit of a teaser, Salts. It could be a new look units next season. So a bit of sort of amplification airborne type areas.
We're already Melbourne and trending, and we're looking at going global and trending with a potential new partnership. Very exciting times for the units.
This fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty, turkey-filled, cold-cut combo. I eat 3 every day to help keep me strong.
Sultan's supper. Great performances, things we want to celebrate, usually absolutely nothing to do with racing. What have you got?
Jackass.
Yes.
The guys from Jackass. Steve-O, Johnny Knoxville.
Yep.
Yeah, and the boys.
Bam.
Yeah. One of those isn't with us anymore.
Yeah, is it Ryan Dunn?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
gonna,
anyway,
I'm not going to kill someone.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's back off.
Yeah,
Back
I think
off.
a couple of them, though, are Gornsky.
Yeah, but they're coming to the supper because, they just would do stupid shit and film it, and it was funny. And I remember as a kid going down to Churchill National Park on my mountain bike with my mates, and one of my mates holding a camcorder, and someone, sometimes me, just riding as fast as we possibly could into a bush, and then just aborting it and filming it, and then going home and watching it. That's the good old days. Kids these days, they're
They crawled so influencers could walk in many respects.
so true. Yeah. Look, it was dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there were a lot of injuries and probably deaths from it. So
Yeah.
you needed to be careful. And that's why they had the disclaimer on the show. But they just need to come to the supper because, the way kids are being influenced these days, it's to not go out, be outside and be stupid and knock around with your mates. I think it's to sit in front of video games, and I don't like it.
Yep, fair. The Jackass boys come to the supper. Tell you who else is coming to the supper is Riz. Is it Riz the canary? Is it a canary, your bird?
I've been told this, so I should know.
Now,
so I feel a bit guilty, I've forgotten. But he's not your run-of-the-mill budgie.
Okay.
He's a purebred. He was
So
expensive.
budgie. So
Yeah.
whatever this guy actually is, he's some sort of rare avian budgie variety. I didn't know you operated in those areas, and we put up on the socials last week the Dare to Dream tips, and you had a budgie on your shoulder, and it really caught me off guard.
Yeah. No, we're good friends. He's my stepbird.
Okay,
He's my stepbird, but I'm
So you've inherited him.
well, I'm currently in the process of formal adoption, and he's warm to me very much so. We certainly have strong, positive friendship feelings towards one another. Every now and then he tries to bite my finger off, but that's okay. I've just come in from the wrong angle. Sometimes he can be a little bit moody, but a lot of the time he's pretty happy. He loves popcorn.
Yep.
Riz.
Yes.
His name's Rio, and his
Is he a
nickname's Riz.
Cobbs man?
Cobbs, yeah.
Always.
Salted.
Yeah.
Anything salty. It's
Lightly
naughty,
salted
but
Cobbs.
they
No.
live for 40 years, so you may as well have a bit of fun.
40 years?
30 years.
Really?
He's only halfway. Yeah, so we're in it for the long haul.
Get his wings clipped. He can't get away.
He can't fly.
Yeah.
no.
The wings have been clipped.
But it was unfortunate because I thought his assessment of Undisputable's race was quite good, that it was going to go to the front, but unfortunately they handed up to Davida,
Yeah.
who then walked to them and gave away the advantage. So I reckon Riz got the race right, but tactically they got it wrong.
His ROI's in the red, Riz, at the moment. Just letting you know. I'm bringing the I think they're the Uruguay football board. I'm going to call them whatever Football Australia is to Uruguay.
Yep.
It's them. So Uruguay didn't make the round of 32 in the FIFA World Cup, which
was a shame because they had a good shirt.
Yeah, they did. They were second on the top 5, which, let's face it, it's underperforming for Uruguay, who's one of the founding World Cup fathers. And what I liked, what the board did, they had a private jet booked for Uruguay for whenever they exited the tournament.
Oh, no.
And they didn't make the round of 32. So they said, we're pulling the jet. You guys fly commercial.
Oh.
So they made the players find their own way home from the States.
You're bringing that to the supper.
I think it's ruthless. You perform, you get a private jet if you perform. These guys have had silver spoons for years playing professional football.
Yeah, that's
They've got
true.
more money than sense. It's well, we're not going to put on the jet if you're not going to make the round of 32.
But next time
if Cabo Verde are going to play the round of 32 and you're not, you can catch a plane home.
next time they're representing their jersey, I think it's going to be hard for them to distinguish between representing the jersey and representing the board. I think that there could be a little bit of negativity
No doubt.
and disharmony.
No doubt.
I'd be furious.
Don't get bitter, get better. You've got to have some integrity around your performance, Sults.
Some integrity, you reckon?
Get your commercial flight home. So the Uruguay
There's someone
board,
that
I'm
doesn't
backing them in.
All right. Well, there's someone that doesn't have much integrity around their performances, and I've got him in the line.
That goal regulation size of what? So you will listen to every damn word I have to say. I seen those finger paintings you bring home and they suck. I'm calm.
Off the long run.
Well, I think it's the grade cricketer. That's them.
Yep.
That did the I guess eulogy or whatever it was about Ben Stokes' career, and I can't top that because that was brilliant. The
Yep.
standing O's, it was outstanding. But I'm just getting so angry at English fans whenever they bring up the Ben Stokes legacy about Headingley because it's just a fake legacy and it pisses me off so much. Now, I'm going to sit here, well, I am, but it's a different sport and just tear an umpire to shreds. But he was plumb LBW when England had a review left. Literally as plumb as it gets. It's the worst match awareness in the history of refereeing to just not give that and let them review. And that's his legacy. It's all about Headingley when he was out and we would have won the Ashes.
Yep.
3-1 or whatever it was. It ended up being drawn. And then the legacy is that knock, but they didn't win the Ashes. We retained it. And then the legacy is him getting in bar fights and then retiring mid-match and making it all about him. They can't possibly still be on his side, can they?
It was an odd day and series of events in terms of how he announced his retirement and left the game.
Extremely bizarre.
It was so bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pot the guy from a statistical point of view. He's clearly a complete and utter star cricketer. So, granted what you say around Headingley, but the way that he went about it, I reckon almost tarnished anything that he's done statistically because it just became me.
I'm feeling some John Farnham areas though.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just...
it is me.
Yeah.
So when he comes back, it's going to be a big headline.
Yeah. Well...
Don't be surprised if next Ashes he's back.
I don't think they'll accept him. I think once that's gone, that's like a cult. That's a culture shift there. And one of him or the Baz had to go, and it was him. He wore it.
Okay, fair call.
I tell you what has to go, and we're still talking about the world game here. Lots of good penalty shootouts in the last few days, and nothing better in sport, to be fair, than just a penalty shootout. Nothing gets people more engaged, but there's one component of it that players just need to put in the locker and never pull it out again, and that is the stutter step penalty.
It's a sign of weakness.
I have absolutely no confidence in the penalty taker when you see a stutter step. You're like,
No.
that's gonna miss or be saved.
Well, the first penalty that Germany took, the guy took a few stutter steps and then powder puffed it and it got saved. And it was just like, well, you've gone up there to take the first penalty in a World Cup and you haven't had a plan. And you've just shit yourself halfway through the run up. If you charge it and boot the absolute piss out of it and it hits the crossbar, so be it, you've had it go. But when a powder puff gets saved, it's embarrassing.
I feel like maybe not on this level, but it's akin to decelerating through a golf swing. Like, why are you taking your momentum away? Don't run up.
Footy mechanics.
It is. That is classic footy mechanics. So the starter steps got to go.
It's like handing up on a fit leader back in trip.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
It's pathetic.
Great analogy. SULTS allergies. Players covering their mouths. That's been really... I'm very World Cup theme here again today. So players covering their mouths. Clear red card.
This is a horse racing.
I don't think anything could have been more explicit at the start of this World Cup to say, if you cover your mouth, you're getting a red card. Like, how stupid are some of these players to just continue to do it, particularly when VAR just check it and say, yeah, you're off. Like the bloke from Ecuador. Like, even if the referee misses it, we'll just go check VAR. Yeah, you covered your mouth. It's a red card.
No, they're stupid idiots.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Stupid
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
but a lot
so
of
they
countries...
can all pack them.
And I'm allowed to say this because I'm not... Could be any country in the world. A lot of countries in the world are full of stupid idiots.
Yes, they are. So, players covering mouths, the players that are doing that, pack your nags.
Now, I don't need to sort of pump someone up before I give some feedback. Okay, it's not my style.
Yes.
But Dean Watling, I love him. I love the guy. He's a
I
good
love
bloke.
him, yes, great bloke.
I love him.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. We've had some great times together, and it's not particularly solely directed at Dean. It's just anyone. But if you're on a world tour, you just got to stop doing the form, don't you?
I don't know if he's doing the form.
But mate, I'm going to the States. I'm going to the States for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
California road trip.
Yep.
August 1st.
Yes.
If you ask me,
At California way.
yeah,
There's some internet out there.
yeah, there is. If you asked me to do the form for any races, like, I'm straight on to 2 units HR.
Yeah. No shit. And I don't think anyone at Units HQ would be asking that.
Well, I'm pretty sure you don't even get any reception in Sale, Croatia.
Who's punching the Warwick Farm form out on a 20-foot yacht?
Well, I think that you need a VPN to get on the punning form.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, you can't do form on holidays.
Oh, when I was away
your feet up.
for 6.5 weeks in Europe, I had one bet when I was away, and it was touchdown because it was in my black book. I was like, I'm just backing this thing wherever it goes next. VPN on for touchdown. It ran second, I think, on the Caulfield Heath, and I was like, fuck this, I'm on holiday.
Nah, what about when you were in Bali and it was like, I forget the name of the horse. Let's just say it was called like Churchill or something, and you were like, oh. Is Churchill, guys, I haven't done much form here, but on this wet track, it was like Doomit or something. Is Churchill got to be over the odds? And then I saw your message a few hours later and I went and checked the results and it was beaten 25.
25 lengths, no issue.
I go, yeah. I said, 25 lengths last isn't bad, mate. That was good form.
Speaking of when I was in Bali, lots of massages in Bali, just the way you go about it over there with the wife. And actually some nice news for the units. Footy, we are expecting one to the stable at the moment. So expecting a little girl in November, due on Cup Day, Salts.
That is extremely exciting,
Extremely exciting news.
You have to name you just said the sex, didn't you?
Yes.
Yep, you'll have to name her after the winner of the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, hopefully half yours not going back to back, Salts. Yes.
Foot's choice.
Yeah, Foot's choice. Anyway, this does have some meaning to what I'm about to say. So they're big on their reflexology in Indonesia. So
that's where you sort of hover over the skin.
It's like no. I think that's
that's Reiki.
That's Reiki.
Yeah.
So reflexology is like massage of the foot to hit different parts of your body. So if I massage this part of your foot, it'll release your trap. And it's like, yeah, whatever.
That's a bit like my man Sonny.
Yeah, Sani.
But he does it with the needles.
At Wheelers Hill. Yeah, he's a bit of a psycho, that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm quite open-minded when it comes to the body and different parts of your body releasing different muscles from an athletic performance.
When it comes to physical politics, you're progressive.
Yeah, I'm progressive. Yeah. And I'm open-minded to that. Now, Claire's just got like achy feet. She's like, I just want a good foot massage. And everywhere we went, the Indonesians would like look at her and they'd like signal that she's pregnant and they'd point and they'd say, oh, ma'am, are you pregnant? And she's like, yeah, I just want a foot massage. And like, oh, we can only give you a really light massage because the foot massage will affect the baby. So they're like so tuned into their reflexology. Claire's like, honestly, I'll sign a fucking waiver. Just massage my feet.
Come on.
Bub's going to be fine. So I'm putting reflexology into Pack Ya Nags because I think it's a bit of a step too far.
That's
that one.
too far.
Yeah, big time.
Well, imagine that. Like, you got to choose between drinking a bowl of vodka or having a foot massage. That's what they reckon.
Exactly
Can't
right.
off it. So are we going again with Footy's top 5?
Award-winning segments back.
Unit Army, brace yourself. It is time for Footy's Top 5.
It hit last week.
Yeah.
I want to make it punchier though.
We've had some feedback.
Yeah, and that's
we're
fair
going to
enough.
get punchy.
That's fair enough. So maybe don't talk about Wall Street for 20 minutes after we talk
That's a
about
fair
top.
call.
So
It's my
I'm going to
fault,
make it punchy, but it clearly is award-winning after one Seggy. Go. So today's Seggy Salts, again, it's non-racing related. This is the top 5 things people in Australia pretend to like.
Okay.
Footy's top 5 to 1. Number 5, matcha. People that drink matcha, they don't like it. They like the look of it. It might fit their influencer profile, but it's lawn clippings. It tastes like crap. They're a shade-grown tea leaf for those that don't know what matcha is. That should grow and also die in the shade. Matcha number 5.
I've had a sip of it and I hated its guts.
Yep. Number 4, chipping in for gifts at work. So $20 for Judy's farewell gift, or Greg's been here for 20 years. Let's chip in and get him something. Nobody enjoys it. We all say, oh, that's very thoughtful. But at the end of the day, we hate parting with cash. We wouldn't have a beer with Greg. We wouldn't go out for dinner with Judy. So let's just call it what it is. Chipping in for gifts at work. We pretend to like it. No good.
Terrific point. My birthday was always in the school holidays, so I gave, I never received. Someone at our work got a present once for becoming an uncle. I've got several nieces and nephews.
Yep.
Still waiting for mine.
Yep. That was one of the all-time disgraceful acts. That was. I'm still scratching my head. I'm still scratching my head at that one. For reference, we were at the same workplace, scratching each other's heads. Number 3 is modern art. So most people walk through a gallery, they stare at 3 bricks on the floor, or they'll look at a banana taped to the wall. They'll nod thoughtfully, upload it to their Instagram. We're all pretending we get it, but we don't. Modern art, it sucks.
You're just sniffing your own farts.
Yep.
If it's not before 1958, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yep. Number 2, this could be controversial. Number 2, black coffee. If you drink it, it is likely out of necessity. Somehow people that drink black coffee try to brag about it. They try and one-up you. I only drink black coffee. Just accept it. If you could drink milk, you would with it. So if you could have your coffee with milk, you would. And I reckon black coffee drinkers, nah.
There's a scientific correlation between drinking black coffee and being a psychopath.
There you go. And number 1 out of the top 5 things people in Australia pretend to like is the Super Bowl. Every February, Australia suddenly becomes home to 500,000 NFL experts, people who couldn't name a single team in October. Now, maybe it's just to get Monday morning off work, go to the pub and have a beer. I actually respect that if you just own that. But don't sit down and try and break down Patrick Mahomes' average yards that he's rushed or anything like that, Salts. We're not into the statistical side of it. You haven't been watching film and grinding all season. You're a pretender. Don't pretend to like it.
Oh, come on, mate. There's a few people friends of the show. Josh Jenkins, a bit of an analyst.
Yeah.
Thought,
That one
radio.
That one might get a few people offside, I reckon. So it's the top 2, but it's a divisive and it's my top 5. So if you don't like it, don't like it.
The Super Bowl sucks. I agree with every single thing that you've just said.
I'll watch half time and none of the game.
I don't even watch half time because they were blowing up because that bloke, no one knew what he was singing.
That's true.
Footy, the unit army loves backing winners, but owning one, that'd put some lead in the pencil.
That's exactly what Dare to Dream are all about, making racehorse ownership affordable, fun and accessible for everyday fans.
So we're talking shares in horses with some of South Australia's top trainers?
Yep. Race day perks, stable visits, and a great community. The full ownership experience.
Sounds expensive.
That's the beauty of it. You don't need to be a high roller to get involved. Jump in with your mates, own a share, and experience the full thrill of having a runner.
Get involved today at daretodream.com.au. Your next stable star might even earn a spot on the jet board.
All right, Saltsy, it is time for the specs in your name for the final time this season. Season 11, I think. How many more seasons is that than a Mick Malloy show, Salts?
Well, excluding front bar,
Yeah.
10 more.
Well, Andy Marr's holding that show up.
Pretty sure Sam is.
Racing finals day at Flemington. We will start there before we get into the other states as we do each and every week. What can we expect from track conditions?
It's a soft 7. We had 6 mils of rain there yesterday. I actually dodged a little bit. It was heaving down where I was. So 6 is probably the lower end.
Pissed last night.
Yeah, there's another 2 to 6 today. There's a bit more on the radar coming. 1 to 5 Friday, 0 to 2 race day. I think this will likely be somewhere between a 7 and an 8. Don't go looking for a track to improve. Even if there wasn't one more drop of rain until race day, this wouldn't even improve. There is a bit of a fresh southwesterly, no disadvantage to those closer to the speed on the circle. I reckon this will favour the horses middle to outside in the straight because that's a cross headwind.
Okay, let's start with race 1, which is the Next Gen Sprinters Series final. It's for the 2-year-olds. Let's just have a quick look at the market. Stars of Dom is the $2.05 favourite. Resolutely is a dual nom at the moment. I'd assume be heading here to Flemington. He's in at a race at Rosehill at $3.50. Vivid Storm at $5.50. One day at a time at $6.50. Then you're out to $23 and the rest. So, Salts, you're pretty keen though on the Ben Will and JD Hayes favourite. They do hold the top 3 in the market though, the Hayes boys.
I am. Stars of Dom. She was excellent on debut. She was ridden cold at Sandown, ripped home some of the fastest close of the day. Then she was just a bit closer to the speed, second up, beaten by a good one in Mbube. Held on for second there. She was just a bit keen, closer to the speed. I think Willow having his first hit, we know he's riding for his life at the moment. I think he'll just ride her ice cold. And I was keen to see her down the Flemington straight a couple starts ago. They elected to have another week off, go to Sandown, but I reckon 1,200 metres, she's going to be strong late. She's got the fitness advantage over Resolutely, who granted Resolutely, she has a runner-up to Guesthouse, who's a Golden Slipper winner. Was a good 3, Cranbourne, 1,000 metres, had her chance. Haven't loved the jump outs.
I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know. She's in for race 3 at Rosehill with Jay Ford booked. I just wonder if the Hayes boys split their 2-year-olds amongst a couple of those races or not.
Did you say they got 3 in the first at Flemington?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, 3, then the first 3 in the market. So I wouldn't be surprised if they perhaps spread their stable. Like Resolutely, she's in at race 3 against a really, really nice 2-year-old up there, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But I'm not sure what their movements are. So let's move on to race number 2 on the program now. This is the Taj Rossi Series final. This is also for the 2-year-olds. It's quality over 1,600 metres. You and I are both going to be siding with Star Macedon here, Salts.
I liked this guy's performance last start at Flemington. He got to 1,400 metres. He was held up. He darted back towards the inside. He was strong through the line. That was in a fast race where he was strong late. And then prior to that, he was in a slow race where he was also strong late. Marwuba comes down from Sydney, looks the logical danger and the different form line. That horse was strong through the line last start in a slow race, but I reckon the platform for this John Simon Sheila Laxon trained horse, Star Macedon, is better because he's had that faster run. I think he's going to be the one that is strongest late over 1,600 metres. And I reckon even though he comes through that same race as Fontaine Jewel, who beat him,
meets him 4.5
He meets him, 4.5 kilos better off the weight. So I think he'll take care of all those through that race. I'm
in full agreement. I can't really add too much more except the fact that I just think he's screaming out for the mile. I just think he's going to chew that up. And even though he has been a touch perhaps slow away, like the fact that he's drawn where he's drawn, I think suits. So I'm with you.
Well, he drew 14 last start. He ended up on the fence and luckless. Now he's drawn 7. They'll still ride him cold again, but I don't think it'll be an issue.
Yep. Good call, Saltsy. Let's move on to race number... Got anything in 3?
Nah, race 4, skip 3, too hard, the mares.
Yep. Can you take it away, my?
Yeah, it's an open handicap for the 3-year-olds over 2,500 metres, and King's Reflection for Tage Weir combining with Harry Coffey, who rode last start, is one of the better bets on the Flemington program. He's had market support in all of his runs to date. They backed him last start at Flemington, coming off a Swan Hill runner-up in a 0-62. So where there's smoke, there's fire. In a race that was dominated on speed, he just got too far back because he'd drawn the car park in barrier 14. He was held up. Once he got clear, Nick, his last 200 metres was fastest of the program.
He's nicked me.
The fastest the whole day.
Yep.
2,000 metres for the first time on a heavy track. I don't think he has to be all the way back from barrier 4 on the weekend. He meets Decalogue 6 kilos better off at the weights. It's worth noting a lot of these races today, apprentices can't claim. So horses where apprentices keep the claim, like, for example, Duchess Zoo in the previous, they can't take those 3 kilos off. So Decalogue is ridden by Craig Williams today. He was ridden by James Johnson last start. He's drawn the car park. Meets my boy King's Reflection way worse at the weights, and he looks progressive, like he'll just lap up 2,500.
It's been some go for him. He sort of opened up 370. He's now into your $3 favourite, King's Reflection. So a little bit of early support there, Sultsy, but you make a really strong case. I'll tell you what can pack its nags is the iPad just trying to give a little software update mid-show. Read the room, man.
Why would you give the update whilst it's actually in use?
It does it think I'm asleep?
Steve would be turning in his grave.
Does it think I'm asleep?
Yeah.
Get your...
Maybe
Seriously.
he didn't like the top 5.
I think it did. If I was wearing a skivvy, there's no way that would
Yeah, no
try
way,
and do that.
Yeah.
Race 5 on the program is the Santa Ana Lane Sprint Series Final, 1,200 metres. You and I were buttering up on Lose Some Win More here. Are we not? Are you getting involved, or are
I'm
you sort of?
staying out.
Is you're on topper, but you?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a tread carefully sort of operation.
No, I'm staying out of this. It's like, I like the horse. He was off 5 weeks last start.
Yep.
Back up to 1,200 will suit. He loves the straight. Willow takes the ride, but just his favourite. Like, I know he was favourite last start, but De Bergerac on a soft 7 track, he did turn the tables. I know he meets him better off at the weights, 2 kilos, but off their last start in similar track conditions, should they be a bit closer in the market?
Probably.
For me, probably.
No, I think they probably will end up a bit closer in the market too. So I'd see. But I'm keen to be with Lose Some Win More. I reckon he turns the tables back. Turns the tables back, Salts. Onto Bergerac.
It's a double table turner.
Is that a triple double table turner into a table turn? I know there wasn't a huge, there was only 2 straight races that day, so it's hard to really mount a strong case around the very outside fence being a touch slow. But no one actually, no one won from right out where Lose Some Win More or made real strong headway. So I mean that is an angle, but gets a 2 kilo weight swing. I think all things being even is a better horse. So I'm going to be with Lose Some Win More in a race number 5 on the program there. Finals day at Flemington as we start getting into a little bit deeper into the program. It's race number 7. This is the Winter Championships final. It's a listed race, 1,600 metres. You sold me on the Instagrams. Actually, the horse sold me in the race, to be fair, and then you backed over it on the Instagrams about Aljuka being the toughest horse in Australia at the moment. Pretty hard to argue because I'm convinced if that race went another 50 metres, he fights back and wins again, because whenever he sees one out of the corner of his eye, he goes, stuff you.
Well, he just didn't see Seafall coming. He got in that battle with Highlights, who had a beautiful trip and was fitter, and he fended him off, and then Seafall just got him on the line. He meets Seafall 2 kilos better off at the weights. He was off 7 weeks last start on a soft 7 track, and they went so hard. Like, he should have dropped out. The stablemate Punchlane, who was on the quick backup, was the first one to drop out, and he was sharing the lead with him.
He got punched in the lung.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Yeah.
So he's got to be fitter for that. And you look at all his best performances. They're on soft tracks, over the mile, where he goes to the front. Willow's been on him a couple of times. He's all bar won both of them. From barrier 2, Craig isn't letting him get crossed by Just Folk or Highlights. He's going forward. He's controlling it. If they want to pressure him, good luck. You'll drop out. We'll fend you off. And if something wants to swoop on him late, they'll need to sneak up on him and just put their head down on the line. Because if you're getting in the ding-dong, good luck. His first start for Clayton Douglas.
I was about to say, be a nice listed win for Clayton. Just roll in and go, thank you, mother, for the rabbits.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's tuned him up nicely for this Clayton. Some nice prep runs.
I really like the oats that he's running with actually out there.
They're good oats.
Yeah,
yep.
so Chuka for me as well in
he's
the
my
final.
best bet.
Yep, fair enough. Hard to argue. He's your $2.80 favourite. Like the third line of betting Seafall, we've already made a case for if you see Seafall, we think he beats him. Jimmy the Bear's obviously the other class runner there, carrying the top weight saddlecloth with 60 Kegaroonies.
I've got Electric Impulse as the biggest danger. She was in the wrong part of the track in the Swan Hill Cup and quite good, and she's here third up. Her first up run said she was in with a good prep, but El Duke is a better horse.
Yep, let's talk to race 8. This is the Creswick. It's a listed race for the 3-year-olds, over 1,200 metres, set weights and penalties. We're going to both side and make a case for a pretty progressive runner for Graham Begg in Ludlam. The other one I want to talk to as well is Barari. I couldn't believe the price that Barari went up, so it's around $10 because she won the key lead in pretty impressive fashion, and that was her first look at the straight. She ate it up. She's actually building a really nice career record, so I can sort of take $10 around Barari. I thought she was a great price.
On that lead-in, she beat one that I like, Falset Star, sort of 1.5 lengths, and meets Falset Star 4.5 kilos better off at the weights. But they claimed on Falset Star that day, and Holly Durnan from the outside went back in, weaved through, said in the Shields report, look, I should have stayed outside. I think if Falset Star stays outside, it wins that race. Now a senior goes on. So through that run, they both had similar SPs that day. Wise in Law is racing well fit through that same race. I'm just not sure about barrier 1. I want to follow Falset Star despite the weight swing because that senior goes on.
Yep, I'm with Barari. I thought it was impressive for the first look down the straight. And then the other is Ludlam, Jordan Childs, Graham Begg. That's a combination at the moment. $8.50. And look, comes through a Seymour Class 1, but there's just something about this guy, isn't there, Salts?
I got a lot of time for him. He was very good when he should have won on debut behind Trey Magnifique in what turned out to be a really hot form maiden at Ballarat. He's very wide when he won second up at Seymour. And then he started $5 in a listed race on Melbourne Cup Day, but the jock was unhappy with his action. It was an end of prepper. He just got it done there at Seymour, didn't he?
Absolutely.
He looked like he was carrying a bit of condition. I think he's a big boy. They've taken him back to the jump outs where he tried on a heavy 8 and looked really good.
Yep.
I think he sits off them. He's one that I've always earmarked that, he's a good horse, and I think this race is well within his grasp. So I'm backing him. I back Falset Star, and I'm really happy to risk the filly coming down from Sydney in Chains of Love. I know she was wide in that listed race, a couple back at Eagle Farm, stuck on okay. She had the run. Exit fee was held up at Randwick last up, but she beat the older horses, albeit in a highway, although Front Page is a country horse that's come down here and stomped them in a Creswick in the past, but she's no Front Page. She hasn't really done anything on the clock. She hasn't really shown any late strength. She's probably got a lead down the straight into a headwind. First time down the straight, first time on anything worse than a soft 5. There's a few holes to poke there.
Yep. I'd go as far to say, and you can bookmark this as well. And it doesn't necessarily mean he gets the job done on the weekend, but I think Ludlam's got the ability to be the best horse out of this meeting on Saturday.
The whole meeting?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was going to say in the race, if I had to choose in this race, he's the one I reckon I'm taking.
Yeah, he's the one that profiles that I think he's a horse that can sort of bridge these winter races with spring, and we might see him in some better stuff later in the year. Let's talk to race 9, Silver Bowl Series final.
It's a bit harsh on Wuds, mate.
After what he did for the 3-year-old. We've already collected on Wuds. This is a 1,600 metre race for the 3-year-olds. To round out finals day, we'll have a little look at the market. Clever Trevor's just doing nothing wrong.
Yeah,
$3.40.
I was looking at to find a horse, to sack this weekend, and I'm looking into him and the, wide gate, big weight, and then I just thought, well, he just keeps winning.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to knock.
I guess he's a rightful favourite.
He is $3.40. Lucky Boom at $6. Obvious, the last start winner at $6.50. The Mean Fiddler $10. Kaleo Flying Done $11.90. the rest. Salts. I'm getting involved here, and I'm with the Paddy Payne runner.
Yeah, you with the favourite, obviously.
Nah, I'm
The
not.
one that Paddy said is his best 3-year-old, the next Jimmy the Bear.
Nah, I'm with I'm with the mean fiddler.
No, I can see your case with this guy, to be honest.
I think this is the 1x3 player of the day at Flemington, the mean fiddler. So
Shit.
yeah, it's not really that big of a call. It's like this is
Should've done 1x10.
this is a runner drum. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a 1x23 player of the day. Didn't you hear the two I emphasised? I think he's got the pocket aces in this race, doesn't he? Patrick Payne with Clever Trevor as well, and he may not have the picket fence that the stablemate has, but geez, he's building towards a big peak, and I think he does possess a fair bit of talent. First up, 1,200 metres. Ran home well, distance short of his best. Last start at Bendigo, he was good over 1,500 metres. Third up now, drawn low, stalk the speed. $10 and what are we to place? 290.
Yeah.
$10, 290. That's the 1x23 player of the day.
I think he's got the right weight. He's building. He's got form around our chief, who's got form around Flying Dun. He's also got form around Flying Dun. I'm still in the camp where in the spring 2,000 metres dry track, I want to be with Flying Dun. He's just not handling these wet tracks, so I don't want to be with him, even though I thought this was his race after his fresh run. Seriously hot, could bounce back, didn't run 2,000, tough run last start, loves a wet track. Obvious crossed the line with Clever Trevor pretty much at Caulfield and was in the wrong part of the track and then smacked a few of these last start. I'd go wide in the quaddie this leg. I'm staying out.
Okay. That rounds out finals day for us at Flemington. Our last Victorian specs for this season here on the podcast before we return for Memsey Stakes Day later in August. We'll get to, what did I do, Rosehill?
Rosehill, yeah.
Rosehill Gardens, Salt City.
Stakes racing there.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's winter stakes, listed winter stakes day. What can we expect from the track? Because we had a bit of it was all fence last time out.
Well, it's like we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like when the rail's 6 metres there, it's fence in run, but it still does. It does suck.
Yep.
Like it sucks for racing. Rails back to 1 metre, probably going to be a bit fairer. Heavy 8 on Thursday. No rain around. Probably get to a soft 6. And that's it from me, mate.
I see every winner settled fence in run at Rosehill last week. So hot indeed.
Race 3, it's for the 2-year-olds. Along Johnson.
Not bad. That's pretty niche reference for those out there. This is the 2-year-old handicap up there. We're talking about Resolutely in the first at Flemington, where she will go. She's also accepted here. And to be honest, from the race brigade, I think she's the only danger too. Along.
I don't know. Halfpipe has raced and jumped out well. Sat in summer, settles on speed.
I think this guy might be a bit of a future group operator, Saltsy, in Omalong. This was
I'm happy to just see. I'm skeptical.
This was an impressive debut win at Warwick Farm. Did it on all ability, really. Like, got back, was a slowly run race, ripped home 7 lengths inside benchmark, fastest last 6 and 400 metres of the day, and just was resenting it. Drawn out, Consider with a bum to follow. I think more of the same here. And yeah, as I said, I think he's got the race brigade covered, and the debutantes, they're going to have to be good. So Omalong is a very confident bet early in the day at Rosehill.
For what it's worth, I'm an Omo man, Omo sensitive. That's my washing detergent.
Okay, this is interesting because I just chop it. I'm happy to chop and change purely based on whatever's got the yellow ticket on it because I'm a value hunter.
I just wait for the Omo to come on special, then I load up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah,
so
smart.
even if you've got a kilo of Omo in the cupboard, you're just like, oh, that's
well, a kilo is only one thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'll go for it. Yeah. I don't like changing washing powders because then all of a sudden you get a little bit of
you got sensitive
itchiness or something like it's the powder's fault.
Sensitive Sultan skin. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. Race 4. This is a fillies and mares benchmark 78. This is over 1,100 metres. You're chasing the big red tequila.
Although I've just seen this market move. Like only 11 cents has come out and it opened $2.10 and and now it's $1.55. So
That's outrageous.
yeah, I'm not recommending backing her at $1.55. So yeah, I guess it's a tip, but I think she'll win the race. But you know, I backed her at $2.
No,
I've
I
already
get it.
backed her
I
at
get it.
$2. Like, what am I supposed to
It's
say?
funny.
It's under the odds now.
I did this race last night when she was already at $1.65, and I'm like,
yeah.
geez, this is a strange play, Salts.
She was wide last start and
Yeah.
kept coming. They
She's
chose this over 12, and I think 11's better. And this is a Fillies and Mares 78. It's got less depth than those other races. I think she'll win, but yeah.
She's
too
burst
short
into it.
now.
The ice cool form's
If
pretty
we
good.
get back to $1.90 or something, have something on.
Yeah. Didn't like the Gail Jeanette form from Dubbo. Didn't want to hitch
No,
your
West,
wagon.
West is worse, mate.
Didn't want to hitch your wagon to the Dubbo form. Fair enough. Each their own. Race 5 is a 72 for the 3-year-olds. This is over 1,300 metres. Let's have a little look at the market. Hello Captain is your $2 favourite. Sienna Grimer riding well for Chris Waller at the moment. She claims 2 kilos. Gorgeous at $5.50. Attractiveness on the third line at $8. Sequester at $8.50. And Cheeky Smirk at $13. You're shopping at the top of the market.
I am. Look, he ran well last start, Hello Captain. If he got daylight, he would have won the race. But, you know, there was a bit of noise after the race about, Nash's ride and stuff.
Wasn't there?
Like, I sacked the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was too short.
Yeah.
There's a horse that gets back that was drawn barrier 1. Well, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Did you think that he was going to go and lead?
Well, I did look through the gear change and there was no Westpac chopper first time. So, yeah, exactly right.
If you back a back marker from barrier 1 and it doesn't get clear, whose fault's that?
Yeah.
But he's not drawn barrier 1 today. He's drawn barrier 7. I might have a little nibble on Crossbow at $17, who I had marked as one of the big dangers. It did find the right part of the track last start, but ran home pretty well in a race won by Glorious Moments, who's a good horse. So he's the value, but the first bet that I had in the race before sort of deeper diving was snapping up that sort of 2.15 Hello Captain. $2 now, I reckon, right price, because he's going to be finishing full of running.
He's a myth, Crossbow. I made him my best value at the midweeks not so long ago, and he actually ran pretty well. He ran 5th, and then I was like, not going to go there again. And the next week he won at $41 on the backup. So,
well, they're not so much of a myth then, is it?
well, I crossbowed myself in my face, basically. So, Crossbow can pack him. Let's get to race number 6. This is a benchmark 78. This race is over 1,100 metres. One for a stable change, Salts, for you in Polyglot. I've been racing there for a little bit.
Has it?
It's a former Godolphin runner, wasn't it? Am I
A
losing
while
my
back,
mind?
I reckon.
Yeah, am I losing my mind on that one?
A while back.
Anyway, on with Shropshire
you
Lad.
do
I'll
know
talk to
all
mine.
about
Yeah.
that, yeah.
This is, as I said, over 1,100. Shropshire Lad's gone up a pretty nice price here again, and was a last start winner this track and trip, and I reckon he's becoming a bit of a Rosehill 1,100 metre specialist. He's 3 from 5 on the circuit. It was a fast run race last time out and just punched a gap at the right time. Clocked the second fastest last 200 metres of the day in the process. Draws nicely. Can settle a touch handier, but this is a pretty solid each way price, I think, about Shropshire Lad. Can mix the form, but off last start, I think, if you're racing up to that, you're well and truly up to your eyeballs in a race like this.
He's had a year now, Polyglot, with Michael Freeman. Was with Godolphin.
Is that what you were tucking away?
Yeah.
That's nice.
He's got. I knew he was. I just needed to know
I still had
when the time was.
I still had the Godolphin blue on.
He likes Rosehill. Like, he's only won 2 from 16, but, at Rosehill, he's won 1 from 7, but he's never missed the placings. That one win was track and distance. I thought his return was really good. He got back. He was held up top of the straight. Once he got clear, his last 600 was second fastest of the day. Probably would have been fastest had he got clearer earlier. I don't think he has to be as far back. He drew 10 last start. Now he's got Tim Clark on 6. He's not like a go forward and lead, but he sat first 4 in plenty of races as well. That return was nice. He was unwanted in the market too, so I'm expecting a bit of improvement from him.
Okay.
Second up, it should be hard to beat.
Yeah, Polyglot $3.50 is the favourite. Salts is with, and I'm with Shropshire Lad at $9 on an each way basis. at Rosehill. We'll continue to punch through this program, Saltsy. Steve Jobs is at it again.
Is he? 'Cause
yeah.
I got a roughie in this benchmark 88.
This
It's
is
race 8.
Is this the Bold Mac?
It's the Bold Mac.
1200 metres, 88, race number 8, Bold Mac. He's been around a while.
Yeah, he used to be with Chris Waller. Now
Yeah.
it's with Richard Collette. Collette, who doesn't really train many winners, and the apprentice doesn't really ride many winners. So it's
Sold.
not the strongest push.
Shut up and take my money.
But he's $51.
Yep.
You can get sort of north of $10 for him to place. And I thought his work at the trial has actually been pretty good. Like, he ran right through the line in a recent trial, and that's it. You know, generally he can take one to get going. He's going to get better over further. He'd probably be too far back.
Yeah, I'm with
But
you.
it's just a big price.
No, I know. I'm with you, but it's sort of, it could be Group 1 for the worst push you've ever given.
the
on
worst
this
push
show.
ever. The train and jockey, no. The barrier, no. Probably going to need the run because he hasn't raced since last.
Jobsy didn't
Since
even want
May
me. Jobsy didn't even want me to
2025.
interview it, to bring it in. Didn't even want me to introduce it.
He's a long time off. So there's a lot of negatives here. First up off 400 days. But I think he could genuinely run a place. I reckon he's trialled sweet.
Bold Mac.
Yeah.
In the 8th. Fuck no, that's done
Nah,
me.
serious, mate.
That's done me. Yeah,
Have
okay.
something on.
No, I'll have something small. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already on, mate. Race 9. It's the listed winter stakes. This is over 1,400 metres. I didn't even have to do the form to know where you were going with this one, Salts, because you have a genuine stiffy for this horse, Glorious Moments.
It's a glorious one as well. He's getting into El Duca areas.
Oh, you're joking.
I love this guy. He's
Yeah.
just a line chaser. And his comebacks obviously sound this preparation because he's stringing runs together after all of his runs in his career were first up. Giving the ground, yes. I got no issue with his Rosehill record because they were the first 2 runs of his career when he clearly hadn't figured it out. And then, he had an issue in the Pago when he was eased out of the race, and then he had a year and a few months off. So forget about the Rosehill record. He dropped 7.5 kilos from his last start in a race that's got a lot of speed. The best win of his career is when they went real fast and he just extended away and killed them. There's a lot of pace in this race. I think from barrier 4, he just sits in behind it with a lightweight, and he should only run well.
Yep, he's on the second line of betting, Glorious Moments. So he's $4. Midnight Dynamite, who's racing in outstanding form for Bjorn Baker, is $3.70.
Worried about him getting caught wide Midnight
Yeah,
Dynamite.
as am I, and that's why I'm prepared to
And
take
they've
him
scratched him from the sunny coast as well, so he is coming to
on. Yep.
Sydney.
I was with him last start a couple of weeks ago, Midnight
Killed him,
Dynamite,
great
when
win.
he's very good win. General Salutes on the third line at $8. As is Win Chat. I've got a bit of a thing for this horse, Win Chat. He is a tough gelding that gets a tough rub of the green when it comes to barriers. So just looking through this guy's last 10 starts, he's only drawn inside barrier 9 on 2 occasions. Both of those starts, he drew barrier 4, led and won. He often gets worked over early stages, runs up and down on the spot over the concluding stages. He juices carrots early in his races. He's often in fast races. He likes to go fast. He actually has no real issue absorbing the fast tempo. It's just that he has to do so much bloody work to get there.
Because he can sometimes be a bit slow away.
Yeah, he's drawn barrier 8 here. The only speed inside him is a more victorious. So he actually, even though I agree, it will be a fast run race, he does find the top without spending as much energy as I think he spent in previous races. It's his time to strike. Last start, he was brave. He was outstanding. So I can see why there's been some market support around for Win Chat, sort of $11 into $8 already, because he's a tough gelding and you can do worse than have something each way on Win Chat in the feature at Rosehill. Let's get to Murray Bridge now, Salts. This is the meeting that we've all been waiting for daretodream.com.au. As we said at the top of the show, it is the Ridley's Plumbing, Earth Moving and Civil Handicap Day there at Murray Bridge for their feature Benchmark 80. You have picked the eyes out of a few, though, at Murray Bridge. But what's the track doing?
Well, they had a lot of rain yesterday to the point where they abandoned the meeting after 2 races. So it is a heavy 10. It's clear Friday and Saturday, and there's no wind. It's still going to be a track very likely in the heavy range, and they'll be running on off the fence.
Race 2 is for the 2-year-olds, a benchmark 66. You found one at a pretty big price who's nearly halved in price now. I'll have a little look-see at the market. You've got Layla at $3.
Layla or Lawler? Sam Lawler.
Oh, Lawler, of course. Yeah, the Richmond colours at $3.30. Tweeter on the second line at $4. Nouveau at 7s. Vega now at 9s. But we got to keep going out to find yours, Saltsy, because it's Morlock, who's now $13, but open some 23.
Yeah, Lawler as favourite has been drifting. It was beaten 11 lengths last start, nothing in the Stewards. So, Jesus, you don't want to be forgiving of that, aren't you? I thought Morlock was quite good on debut. Still very green, still raw. He gets a big weight drop here, down to 52 kilos, claiming below the minimum. Actually, under the 56.5 kilos last start at Balaclava on a soft 7 track. His last 6 and 4 were fastest of the day, and he was doing a lot wrong. So hopefully he's learned from that big track Murray Bridge up in distance. Should hopefully get through the going with that lightweight, given he handled that soft track on debut. I think he's a nice value play.
Yep. I got to get me a look at those Morlocks.
Jesus.
Bit of super bad for you there, Sals. Yep. Race 3, 3-year-old benchmark 70, 1,800 metres. It was all over last start. It was a very nice last start. Winner at Morphettville on a heavy 10. And you like that because you're saying we're going again.
She's been smashed, $2.80 into $2.05. But I spent a bit of time on this race looking to get her beat because she goes up in the weights, like 4 kilos. But I just couldn't. You know, she was held up. She had to dart back inside, wrong part of the track. She chased the line, gapped third. Now, granted that third horse was Fiabeska, who made her 3 kilos better off at the weights and was going 12 to 16. But I think that she was still strongest through the line. So got a last start winner who probably should have won the start prior. That's won on a heavy 10 and ran through the line. So another 200 metres will very likely suit this Russian Camelot filly. Best bet at Murray Bridge.
Yep, bit of progeny for you. Salts just likes to speckle in there across the
I haven't done anything on the mare, so just don't call me out on it, will you?
I was waiting.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. You can still get black odds about all over at the moment as well for SULTS Best on the program. Race 5 is a benchmark 62. Our Sassy Lady is the $4.60 favourite. Think Lou Bella is $6 on the second line. Petite Eagle at 7s. Suit of Wands bolted in at 9s, and double figures the rest. It's a little stable race to race, well, not race to race, but tip to tip double for Saltsy here with Think Lubella.
She won on a heavy 10 track, a couple back at Gawler, so no issue handling the conditions. She's hit the line hard at Murray Bridge in the past, so no issue with the track. And last start at Murray Bridge as well, over 1,600 metres. She was out the back, held up badly. The race got away from her. The winner, Lomax, took off early and put Think Lubella into a pocket, and it cost it several lengths. And once it was clear, geez, it ran right through the line. So I think another 200 metres will really suit her.
Yep, Think Lubella at $6 in race number 5. We're just surging through this Murray Bridge program, and we're up to race number 6. This is a benchmark 68. Big Rooster is the favourite at $4.60. Brave Star at $5.50. Maxildo at $6. Head of the Herd at $7.50. Double figures the rest. They used to call you this Roval secondary, the Big Rooster.
But, the big fella, Matty Stewart, loves this horse.
Does he?
Every time it goes around, I get a tip from him saying, back the Rooster today. I haven't actually got one this weekend, so hopefully I get one in the next couple of days because...
Well, he's 2 from his last 4.
Yep.
So he's going okay, Matty Stewart, if he's getting involved, because it's one at $3.50 and $2.45. So he's running at a profit, equal staking.
He's run a couple back the Rooster against the pattern on a heavy 10 track at Hamilton was excellent. That put the writing on the wall for him to go to Ballarat and win. That was on a heavy 8 track. The further they went, the further he was winning by. He was running away nicely. He started favourite in all of his past 4 starts. He's been in the market in all of his races. And the way he ran through the line, that heavy track at Ballarat last start, it says to me that 1,600 metres should be nice and suitable for this fella.
Yep. Let's get to race 9, the final race on the program. It's a benchmark 64. This is run over 1,100 metres. In terms of open betting races, the favourite is Reach to More, who opened $11 and is now your favourite at $7. We've got a pretty big unit army component of Reach to More owners as well, Salt. So I think in the season finale, they're going to be pretty happy to hear that you're tipping their horse.
Well, I put this guy in the black book after his run at Murray Bridge 2 starts back. I thought, well, geez, he's just knocking on the door. He keeps flashing home. He's a bit unlucky. Didn't back him last start at Morpheville on the Parks track because I just wasn't sure how that track was going to play and if he was going to get too far back. And he did get too far back, but he flashed home. So now he backs up a week. He's back to Murray Bridge where he races well. And he's drawn out. So like this is going to be a real testing track. He's drawn out last race of the day. This is his chance, this preparation.
Yep, $7 favourite Reach to More in the last. What a way to go out for season 11 of the show. Sunshine Coast, we don't mind popping up there just for a little look-see when the opportunity presents. What is the actual weather doing up there, Saltsy?
It's clear.
Is it?
The track, they haven't given us a track condition update since yesterday, which is actually extremely slack for a Metropolitan meeting. All the other tracks coming, they give you updates in the morning, 7 a.m. So it's a heavy 8, but I don't know what happened yesterday. But it is sort of clear conditions, so let's set up for a track in the soft range. Now,
you might have to call our man on the ground, Mick Cummer,
yeah,
the strip up.
Go and do a walk.
Racing's influencer on the ground up there, shirt off.
It's worth noting that last year they protected the inside for a lot of meetings and then it dropped back to the true, same as this year. And like generally they like to get out to the crown of the track at the sunny coast. But the early part of last year's program was dominated by those on speed. It was only the last 3 races that they got off and ran on off the fence. So I'm sort of playing in the only bet I have is sort of in the back half where I think that they'll be getting off the fence by them. But just keep an eye out for what they're doing early there.
Well, let's take a look at the Group 3 Winx Guineas. You'd want to be a good horse to win the Winx Guineas, I reckon. Like, it's a pretty serious race name to have after you. Like, some of the Group 1s that we've got called, and then Winx has a bloody... I mean, it has obviously the opening... She's got the opening Group 1 of the season.
Yeah.
But, come on, man. Maybe she just should have one in every state. So it's...
All right.
Within the laws, $2.35 favourite. Cellar Master at $6. Platinum Pantheon at 7s. Kohler Kid at 9s. Double figure the rest of the runners. You're shopping at the top of the market. Björn Baker sending a couple that we like north.
Well, if she doesn't win this, when's she going to win? She's a 100-plus rater. The next best rated's 87. Platinum Pantheon. She gets 2 kilos off him because he's a boy, she's a girl. He was a boy, she was a girl. Slow race in the Tatsiara last week, and her last 200 was as good as anything wide. Like I think back up to 1,600 metres in this company. Last time she was at 16, she was too far back. Skyhook had a nice run, and she was runner up to him. Like that's the right form for this.
Yep, within the law, that's a pretty confident push for David Avril Lavigne Strelaw. Strelaw within the law. In the Winx Guineas. The next race on the program, it's the Caloundra Cup. It's the feature. Thought you'd be coming with me on this one. I thought this guy would be shorter than this, so we were looking at the market. The Budgie Smuggler is your $3.60 favourite, pounding at $5.50. Kahlua Koi at $8 and Coda at $8.50, and then double figures the rest of them. I'm with the Budgie Smuggler. He's just completely airborne, this bloke. His last start won that listed Winter Cup at Rosehill, and he did it with a bit on him. There are a few quick backups and afterthoughts in this race, just pushing on, I feel, for the sake of it. And this guy, I feel, is clearly the most progressive out of all of them. 12 career starts with 6 wins. This is a bit of an operator, the Budgie Smuggler, and he's the best of the day, Salts. It's a hit-and-run mission.
He fended them off nicely last start.
Absolutely.
I just didn't know where he was going to get to.
The crown of the track, Salts. That's where he's going to get to, and you're not going to see where the Budgies went.
All right.
Packing them. Let's get to our 2 units, our best bets from around the country. Well, mine's the Budgie Smuggler.
All right. Straight into it. Mine's Al Duca in the Winter Championships final. Operating in the big time areas, the 2 big listed races of the day.
We are.
Yeah.
What about just something for a little bit of value? Can you give us a push on Bold Mac?
Yeah. I can make a pretty strong case for it.
Rebecca Bonnet Prague is 3% from her last 100, so
Yep.
she's in
I
form.
think Richard Collette,
Never even
is
heard of.
about
I've never even heard of him.
4%. Wide gates, 1,200 metres at Rosehill, going at about 3%.
Yeah, it's a good push.
I have something on more won by sort of 50.
Yeah, and my 1x23 is in the final of the day at Flemington. It's the Mean Fiddler, Patrick Payne with a little bit of shake and bake with Clever Trevor.
That name's borderline getting through.
The Mean Fiddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit scary.
It does sound a little bit scary. That brings a close on season 11, Salts. It's always a lot of fun with you, mate.
It is,
Sitting
mate.
here, talking crap. I mean, I think the top 5's going to have to continue via the socials throughout the break because the people want it.
It's huge. We've gone to a new level this season with the YouTubes as well. Make sure you subscribe in the off season. So then when we get back for Memsey Stakes Day,
Yep.
Group 1 racing, we're on your screens.
Yeah, and who knows what sort of content might be coming through. So hit the alerts on because we're still cooking. We're always cooking. The socials, make sure you sign up to at 2 Units Podcast on all of the socials because we'll still be punching out content throughout this break. But in terms of the podcast, we won't be back in your ears until Memsey Stakes Day in August.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing the form for Caulfield Heath on El Capitan at Yosemite.
Yeah. I'll let you know if Touchdown comes back and it's first up on the Heath track. That's one way to throw your VPN straight in the trash. All right, mate. Have a great holiday, Salts. Unit Army, look after yourselves. We'll be back in your ears in August. It's been a lot of fun.